and welcome to week 9. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. So, how close are you to your 2,500 PRV? How close are you to your 2 active frontline? I hope you're really, really close. Are you already past your 500 PRV? We've talked about this. I want you in the habit of passing to 500 PRV by the 10th of every month, forever and ever. From here on out, never be under 500 PRV by the 10th of the month, after the 10th of the month, okay? Please make it a habit. Front load your calendar. Get everything done in the beginning, okay? We can do this. You will be a star consultant. This is the best time ever to become one. Do it. Don't make hope your business plan. Tell yourself you will do it and do it. You can. I know you can. Okay, so I hope you guys are totally loving this book. I hope you love the simplicity of it. I hope you love, it's just so easy and quick, and you can read it without a problem at all. So in this chapter 9, what you're going to read for next week, I almost said Mary, what's her name? Sarah talks about the E's. I think it was 10 E's, right? I think there are the 10 E's. And I do want to talk a little bit about a couple of these because they're so important. They are super, super, super important. So the first one is 86, the ego. This is a tough one for a lot of people as they enter a leadership role in Scentsy. First of all, you always need to remember you are not a boss. You are no one's boss. And don't let people think you're the boss, because that's when you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to have too many people coming to you all the time. So you don't have to know the answers. You don't have to be perfect. Again, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to do your best. Don't ever feel like you need to know the answers. I've had leaders who will come to me and say, oh my gosh, I can't find this answer quick. She wants to know what the answer is. And blah, blah. I'm like, don't tell her. Tell her you don't know the answer. The best thing you can do to empower someone is help them learn to find the answer themselves. You need to set people up for success. If you are the biggest, the best, one of my favorite things, the dentist that I worked for 23 years, he always used to say, I make sure that everybody I hire is smarter than me. I surround myself with people that are smarter than me, and that makes me look amazing. Ironically, he's the most brilliant person I've ever met, and I was far from smarter than him, but he made me feel really good, and my patients were always like, oh, wow, Jen is super smart. So don't feel like you have to be the hero. Don't feel like you have to know it all. I think that I have made that quite clear. And don't ever pretend like you know everything, because I will tell you, in the beginning of my Scentsy business, I did really well really fast. For some reason, I just dug in and I went for it hardcore. And at one point, and I was not sleeping, just so you guys know. So you've probably heard about my first 3 Novembers with Scentsy and how horrible it was and how hard I worked. And thank God I did it, because it sure as heck did pay off. However, at one point, one of my top leaders looked at me and said, Jen, I don't want to do what you do. I don't want to be where you are. I think you're great, but that's not for me. And so I kind of held her back, because I was a crazy woman that did nothing but eat, breathe, and sleep Scentsy when I had any extra second in the day. So be careful. Don't pretend like you know everything. Number 2, the second E was, what was it? It's exude energy and excitement. So always exude energy and excitement. Do the best you can. For some people, it's hard. I am naturally a positive person, right? Not everybody is, and I understand that, but you have to understand that people are going to have to want to be around you. They're going to choose you to be their sponsor because they enjoy you. Be careful of what you're posting on Facebook. I say it all the time. People just don't listen. Some people cannot physically help themselves from posting negativity on Facebook. You know what? If you want to post it, that's fine. But if you're representing your business, you're hurting your business. If Dunkin' Donuts never gets your coffee right, don't tell the world. Say something funny. Like, give the girl an award. Give her a scent circle and say, you're the 10th one to get my drink wrong, and I just think it's so funny and so much fun, so here's your prize. Right? Isn't that way better than being like, nobody go to Dunkin' Donuts on Center Street because it's a blah, 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 blah. Okay, if some person who doesn't really like you tells you look horrible in black, don't tell Facebook. Just seriously, I know that was a really dumb example, but guys, just try to be positive. Try to put the good things out there. If you put your arrows out, if you put positivity out, the positivity will come back. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Encourage. Encourage people, encourage them, tell them, I always say start conversations with a compliment. Encourage your team members to do better, to be better, to want to do better. Encourage your customers to want to book a party. Encourage everybody. Be a walking positive beacon. Just look for good things. Encourage people as much as you can. One of the things I like to do is keep lists in my phone. So if somebody comes to you and they're like, I can't book a party to save myself, have already, and I'm looking at my phone, already have in your list a list of things that you've come across that have helped you. So, I just happen to have the perfect YouTube video for you. Send her the YouTube video. Here's some great ideas on booking parties. Or let's do a booking blitz tonight. Or, you know what I mean? Like have things ready to go. Here's an article I read. Here's something in the training center. Here's the link for it. Go listen to it. So I try to keep things in my phone so that I'm ready and prepared when somebody comes across a brick wall, so I can help them see that they can get over that wall. Somehow. They might have to go around it this way, they might have to dig under it, but they're going to get to the other side somehow, and I'm going to encourage them to do that. Let's see. Be ethical, right? I don't even know which one I'm on. Let's see. Engage with your team. You guys know what that is. Engage. Show people that you're doing a Facebook party tonight. Show people that you have, here's what my basket party looks like when it went out. Show people your hostess packets. Package your orders. Show people how you do it. Engage with your team. Equip your team. Same thing that I just said. Equip them with knowledge. Show them what your mobile office that you're carrying around in your car. Even if it's just a few light bulbs, a scent circle, and a couple catalogs. Show them and equip them with the knowledge. We learn with our eyes, not with our ears. So like right now, this training would be so much better if I was holding up each of those things because you would remember them. Equip your team. That we learn, I think it's like 86% of what we learn is through our eyes. The rest is through your ears. Next is encouragement. Find something good about everyone. Those team members that aren't nice to you, those are the ones that I give extra happiness to because I know that they're not being mean to me because of me. They're being mean to me because of their own life. And once you can truly believe that, and once you can 86 the ego and truly understand that people can be miserable, but it's because of them, not because of you, it's not going to hurt your feelings anymore. It's really quite amazing. It's part of leadership. One of the greatest things in Sensi is that we get to grow as leaders. All right. Encouragement. That was that one. So ethical. Ethical leaders go the distance. You guys know. Be ethical, obviously. Don't be unethical. I make mistakes. I'm sure I do things that are out of compliance, but you better believe that it is not on purpose. I try really hard to stay very ethical with everything. Gossiping, of course, that's being ethical. When people come to you and this is one of the biggest things that'll keep you out of trouble with life and with your Sensi business. When people come to you and they are gossiping about whomever did whatever, you'll watch me squirm. If you guys come to me, you know that I don't get involved. I will not get involved. I don't care if you're my best friend or if I just met you yesterday. I'm not going to get involved because I don't want to. That doesn't make me feel good. I don't want to talk about other people. Just don't do it. Just give people the benefit of the doubt. That's one of the things I've also learned to do is I just try to pretend sometimes. It can be hard that they didn't mean to call me an ugly whatever, that they actually were just having a bad day, and I don't know. You get it. Just do the best you can. All right. Endure, endure, endure. This is my favorite. Pick a company and stick with it. The grass is never going to be greener on the other side. The grass is only green where you water it. You guys are going to hear this so many times. The second you represent two companies, you lose your credibility with the one that was doing well. So some of you may have done or be doing two companies, but if you're going to make it to Star Consultant, you should stop. You need to focus, or at least make it a big, huge secret. Don't let people know, because nobody's going to, who are they going to join? Are they going to join me, who's all over Facebook, who all I talk about is Sensi? Or are they going to join somebody that's dabbling in this and dabbling in that and dabbling in this? It doesn't work. I have met so many people who built big, successful businesses and then were so sure that they were going to build a second one. No, didn't work. All it did was slow down this business, pretty much suffocate this business. This business grew kind of, and then all of a sudden this business crashed, and this business was hanging on. This is a true story. Was barely hanging on, and now they're working their butt off to get this business back up again. It's never going to work. You can never do two companies and be successful with both. I promise you, it cannot be done. to be honest, even when you hop on and you start selling, if I made my own homemade pens, and these were just such fantastic pens, and I start selling these on Facebook, what is the first thing that people are going to say? Oh, Jen's Scentsy business must not be doing very well because now she's selling pens. It's true, guys. Be all in. Find the company that aligns best with your heart, that aligns best with your morals, that you feel good about, that you feel the best about representing, and stick with it. Okay. It's also cross-marketing. That was another thing I was going to mention is talk about ethicalness and blah, blah, blah. You are not allowed to cross-market. You cannot use your Scentsy consultants to build another business, or your Scentsy team, or your Scentsy customers, I meant to say, to build another business. It is not allowed by the DSA. It is what the legislatures, it's a really bad thing. We cannot allow it. You cannot try to sell your new pen to all of your Scentsy customers. It is absolutely not okay. Okay, so experience. That is the best thing. Experience for you, that's how you're going to grow. You're going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. I have made every mistake in the book. And you're going to help your team gain experience because you're going to be right there with them. You're not going to climb up the mountain and look down and say, come on up. No, you're going to be under your team and you're going to be pushing them as hard as you can and helping them get up the mountain, and you're going to be the last one there, right? Yes, that's what's going to happen. So I have your assignments for the week. And so your first assignment is going to be, I want you to make a coaching, a hostess coaching call. So I want you to keep it about 3 to 4 minutes. That's it. Never more than 3 to 4 minutes, or people don't listen to it, or they stop listening in 30 seconds. But if they see that this is only a 3-minute video, they might listen to the whole thing. Hey, I've got my phone. Hey, my name is Jen Audette, and I'm so excited that we're going to do a party. I just wanted to give you a couple of tips. Don't mass add people to our Facebook group, because they're just going to run the other way. Just send, hey, I'm going to have a Scentsy party. Would you like me to join? Yes or no? And then this is how you, whatever that you want to tell them, I'm going to mail each of them a little packet. Keep it simple, keep it short. It depends on what kind of party you're doing, so it's hard for me to give you ideas of what to say. So if it were a home party, I would say, just tell everyone to be there at 7 o'clock, and how, you get it. So a short, quick, excited video. And that is what you're going to start using for your hostesses. And then you're going to share it with your team. You're going to share it on your director's team page and say, hey, I just made this quick video for every hostess that books an online party for me. Or maybe it's every hostess that books a home party with me. However you want to do it, but you're going to have some type of video, because it's going to give your hostess somebody to look at and not just having to read all of your instructions on how to do a party. Number 2 is, this is probably the hardest assignment that I'm giving you. You're going to flip a party. So you got to find a party, you got to find a hostess, and you got to flip it. If your hostess does not want to join, you are going to at least offer that $59 host exclusive kit to anybody and everybody. You're going to start messaging your friends that have ever thought anything about Scentsy. You guys know that as long as you have 1 penny in hostess credits, you don't even have to use any of them. You can give them that. You can have them buy a $59 host exclusive kit from your party. So put in all of your host rewards, make sure there's 1 penny left, and write host exclusive, and it will pop up. You'll fill it out, send it to the hostess. She fills it out. She pays $59 for the kit, and you've just gotten yourself a new team member. So you either flip the hostess or find somebody else to take a kit. Okay? Number 3, that 5x5 challenge last week seemed to go pretty well. We're going to do it for 1 more week, because I want you to have 2 good weeks under your belt, because I feel like you're really starting to build some momentum with that. So you've got to do that for 1 more week. And the very last one is, I was going to make you do it every day, but I'm not really sure. So stories. So if you have an Instagram account, the way I do it, and I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not going to train you. I'm just doing the best I can. Go follow my stories. Mine I post on Instagram, but then they automatically post to Facebook. I'm not even sure why or how that happened, but they do. So go on YouTube, find how to do an Instagram story, or if you really don't have the time or don't want Instagram, but I'll tell you, I'm hearing Instagram is where it's at these days. So I like to put it in both places, and I get different answers. I get different people. I get all kinds of things from both. So you're going to dabble in Instagram stories. I really wanted you to at least do 1 story a day. That is what I really want you to do, but I don't want to totally and completely overwhelm you, because we're getting toward the end of this class. I know it's difficult. do your best. So at least try to do 2 or 3 stories this week. You know what? You really need to do one a day at a bare minimum, because if you don't, then nobody's going to see your stories. So you've got to kind of get that momentum going. So it can either be just a picture, it can be a video, it can be you talking, it can be anything. So try with your Instagram stories, and I'd like you to tag me so that whatever it is, or you can take a picture of our class and say, I love Scentsy because I'm always learning, and then tag me so that I can see that you did your story. You know what I mean? So let's try that. That will be one of your days. So that's it. You have 4 classes. So you're going to make your hostess coaching video. You're going to flip a party. You're going to continue the 5x5 challenge for 1 week. That should already be super easy because you've got that momentum going. And you're going to start doing your stories on Instagram and or Facebook. All right. It's going to be another busy week, but guys, all this work is so worth it. Remember, you can work Scentsy part-time, but you can't work it sometimes. I say that a lot. You've got to have try to give yourself a good hour a day. You can do all of this in 1 hour or less a day. Income producing activities, make sure that because you are working so hard on this class, everything else that you do is income producing for your business, because I don't want to take away time from your business. Okay, have a great week. Love you guys.